All right, everybody, quiet on set. We're filming. Hi, everyone. It's Tuesday. Welcome back to Chit Chat with Mikey. How's everybody's Tuesday going? How's your week starting? I hope it's going well. We did have a little heat. Oh, wait, I don't know if you guys live in Illinois, but if you do, we did have a little heat wave. I don't know about California. Do you know anything about California? Was there a heat wave? No? Has it been hot? Has it been cool? All right, I don't know, but I hope you guys are staying fresh and pretty, and sexified. Anywho, welcome to a new episode of Chit Chat with Mikey. I'm your host Mikey, and today's topic, what we're gonna chit chat about is actually the straight gaze. I called it the straight gaze. I don't know. It sounded fun and cool. But all right, what do you mean by the straight gaze, Mikey? Okay, what I mean by the straight gaze, I mean those guys. We're gonna talk about the straight gays, but we're also gonna talk about the guys, straight guys. So girls and boys, you can possibly relate to this. So let's start chit chatting. All right. So what I mean by this is those guys that kind of like throw mixed signals to the gays sometimes. Like you're going about your day and you're just like minding your own goddamn business, but then out of nowhere someone's like forcibly trying to get your attention, so you turn around and they kind of like smile at you, they wink at you, you know what I'm saying, like those little details, like the like una picadita de hoja así como like me da todo retrasado, I'm sorry, but también like a smile, or like constantly trying to get your attention, but at the same time they're not talking, and you're just like, que pedo, que onda, what do you want, right? So that's what we're kind of referring to today. We're not going straight into the oh, like, let me get your digits, like all that hard flirting, traditional flirting, which would be kind of more normal, but we get this weird little mixed signals. And Pepe's here as I'm recording this. Pepe, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Say that he's right here. He's probably gonna be like, "¿Qué chingos está hablando este way?" He's probably like, he's such a fucking slut. I swear. No, but I'm just saying in general. We're gonna dive into the topic, and yeah. So, ladies, have you guys ever been like minding your own business, and you get like this guy that starts flirting with you? It could be it could work vice versa, right? But I'm talking about like you're like minding your own business, or you're going throughout your workday, and you have somebody that's like flirting with you. And at this point, you could be like, they can be more like, "Hola, qué onda, qué pedo contigo?" You blah 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 blah, X cosa, right? Like a regular flirt. But then you also have those little weird ones, which I call weird because, like I mentioned previously, it's those people that forcefully want your attention, and they're trying to like get your attention. Once you have the attention, you're giving them the attention. They they're just there watching you, and it's like, okay, what was the point of you getting my attention? If you're acting like Michael Myers now and you're just watching me there, I feel like you're gonna stab me and kill me. I mean, I'm not understanding this. It's like I'm not trying to audition for a horror movie. So it's kind of awkward. It's like you. It makes it feel very uncomfortable. For me, it's funny. I'd have had that, and Pepe's here, like I mentioned, and he's probably gonna be like, "I know, it's gonna puedo con este." But I've had people that done that to me, that like they force me to like I feel them, you know, like staring. So I'll turn around, and when I turn around, it's like I look at them, they smile. I'm just like, "Oh, okay, hi," and I'll wave. I'll be like, "Hi," me. I'll like, "Hi, Ali," right? Entonces, then they turn around, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay, cool." And therefore, it keeps going and progressing, and then it's just like, people that know me, I'm very like straightforward. I'm like legitimate and very straightforward. I am the type of person that does not kind of, play these little mind games. Like, hi, and stare, and like, I'm more like, I go up to you, it's like, "Hey, you, what's up? How can I help you? What do you need? ¿Qué onda? ¿Qué pedo? ¿Qué ocupas?" So let me tell you a fun little story. You ready for it, Pepe?
Yeah.
So not long ago, a couple months ago, Pepe, so this is gonna be the first time Pepe hears it. there was this individual that tried to get my attention constantly, constantly. But you know me. If you know me, you know me. I'm very distracted half the time. Mm-hmm. I see a squirrel and I'm like, ooh, squirrel, woo. I, I might be looking at you, but in reality, I'm gone. I'm not here. I'm somewhere else. So this individual continued and continued and continued. I wasn't paying mind to this individual. I never do. I never pay mind to the world. That's my problem. I really don't. I make it seem like I do. Like I do pay mind, like too much mind to it, but in reality, I don't. And that's my problem. I should probably be more aware of my surroundings, right? So he tried and he tried and he tried and he tried and constantly tried. And I rarely would just be like, blah, blah, you know? Como que me valía completamente. Like, valía. Well, not, that's all I had to say. And one day, out of nowhere, I was just minding my own goddamn business. You know, doing my musical performance. My world tour had begun at work. It was like 9 o'clock or something like that. So I'm doing like my whole performance, the opening act. I'm like blah 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 blah, and I turned around because I felt someone like heavily staring at me. So I turned around, I looked over, and I was just like, "Ora, okay." And I've seen the individual just staring at me. I was just like, "Oh, hey," right? And whatever. He just looked at me, smiled. I smiled back. He drove away. I walked away. I can't remember what the hell he was doing. Um, I know, right? So much I pay attention to my surroundings again. So it happened, and I didn't pay mind to it. A lot of people tend to smile at you, tend to get your attention and say hi, stuff like that. And I've been in my workplace for a couple of years, so I was just like, maybe it's just he was trying to say hi. I don't know. I don't care. Right. So as weeks progress, I'm sitting with my friend before work started. I'm sitting with my friend. We're talking. We're laughing. Having a good time before work started. Before we became slaves. And he walks by and he's walking with a group of people, and he looked over at me, and I'm just like, very dramatic. It was just like La Rosa de Guadalupe dramatic. It was just like, bah, bah. I was just like, oh, well, hello. And once my attention was caught, he smiled. I was like, okay, cool. Hi, good morning, right? Yo bien vale verga. Because, te digo, me vale completamente todo. Y entonces ahí estoy. Y entonces it progresses, it continues to progress. It gets to the point where one day I'm there talking to somebody and I see him trying to approach me. I'm like, okay, cool. This is where we're going to have the conversation. This is where I'm going to know what's going on, right? Because I'm not one to believe that every individual that smiles at you, or every individual that says hi to you, or every person that like winks at you is trying to flirt with you or trying to get with you. For me, that's not what I see. I'm just like, maybe they want to talk to me, maybe they have a question, maybe um they want to say hi. I don't know. It's like I don't look at the perspectives of like, oh my god, they're gonna flirt with me, they're gonna like, I know we're talking about flirting, but I know it seems like it's completely flirting. But for me, it's not like, I don't take it serious because I'm very flirtatious, and everyone that knows me knows that I'm very flirtatious. I am coqueto to life. Like that's just me. I tend to wink. I tend to smile at people. I tend to call them by hun, sweetheart, babes, loves, and that's just me. But I don't do it intentionally. I do it out of like kindness. But a lot of times that gets mistaken. So when I see this individual trying to approach me, I was like, "Orale, cool. We're gonna see what this is about. I'm gonna find out what ¿cómo te explico? Voy a saber qué es lo que quiere. ¿Me entiendes? No estoy tomando el curso donde like, ay, es que quiere conmigo, tiene onda, me está tirando. No. It's like I'm not like that. I'm more like, cool. I'm gonna know what he wants. If maybe he just wants to say good morning. Maybe he just wants to say what's up. I'm cool with it. I don't have issues. I actually have the people that I know, my male friends are 99.9 straight men because I don't really have gay guys as friends. And the other rest are females. Not the 1%, but the other part of my friends are females, and I have straight friends. It's like I don't really associate a lot with gay people. I don't really have a lot of gay friends. So, um, as he's trying to approach me, I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. What's really going on, right? Um, so as he sees that I'm talking to another person, he kind of looks at me. He kind of freaks and he walks away. Like I saw, he was determined to come up to me and speak to me, but when he saw the other one, he flipped and he's like, "Nah, chale, it's good," and he kept walking. I was just like, "Cool, respect. I'm not gonna insist. I'm just gonna let it flow, right?" Um, Weeks go by and shit keeps going on, right? Shit keeps going on. And like I mentioned previously, I am a person that like is very impatient. Very, very impatient when things like this. I am very curious about things like this, and I go up to at one point I lose my shits because curiosity will kill the cat. So I see him and I actually go up to him. I go up to him and I see he's trying to like walk fast. I was like, nah, Charles, this isn't gonna work out, bro. It's like this has gone too far, and I don't know what the hell's going on. It's like I need a clear answer, right? I go up to the individual. I say good morning. He says good morning back. Um, no conversation is being brought up. I'm trying to be like trying to read the person to see if he's uncomfortable. Because eso sí tengo, no me gusta hacerte incómodo, sentirte que te sientas incómodo si te estoy hablando. Because yo no te estoy tirando, no te estoy tirando onda. Yo soy muy bleh, ¿me entiendes? Entonces, I'm trying to read the individual because I don't want him to feel uncomfortable. So I'm like, no conversations being sparked. I'm just like, you always this quiet, right? And he's like, yeah. I was just like, cool. I'm like, all right, you have yourself a good morning, all right? I'll see you around. That was it. End of conversation. Never again did I speak to this individual again. But the constant stares are there. Like, he constantly just stares. And why am I talking to you guys about this? Okay, because I think it's before this whole story that I told you happened, he had previously asked my name. He had previously asked where I was from. He had previously asked all these little details that to me I didn't really care if they shared with him, but it was more like, why didn't you come ask me though? It's like I'm right here. We work together. It's like not in the same area, but excuse me. You're able to approach me and have this conversation with me. It's like I'm not gonna be rude to you. I'm gonna answer these questions for you, any doubts and concerns you have. Um, so then all this happens, the smiling, the little attention calling, and I feed into it, and then it's like now I'm here in square one, excuse me, where I still don't have a solid answer on what the hell's going on, and um, I'm just like trying to figure it out. So this is why I'm like, why not make a topic or why not chit chat about things like this, like people that like constantly try to get your attention. In a way, I call it flirting. The straight gaze. It's called the straight gaze because um I have had a bunch of I one or two straight males that have flirted with me, and then they're like, oh no, excuse me, I'm married, um I have a wife, I'm not gay. And I'm just like, baby, I'm not starting anything. You're the one starting it. I'm just playing your game, okay? So it's like, don't come approach me and say that, I'm married after you're like over here, like flirting with me, like gacho style, like hard. It's like, because it's like, I'm just following you. It's like I mentioned previously, I'm very flirtatious. So si tú me empiezas a tirar pedo, yo te lo tiro para atrás. No tengo ningún problema, yo estoy muy cómodo. Pero al mismo tiempo, it's like, hay veces que yo me lo llevo como un broma y la otra persona se lo toma muy en serio. And that's the problem. So, I have had people that have flirted with me, And then at one point they're like, "Oh no, I'm married. Oh no, I'm straight. I can't. I don't like boys." And it's like, then why are you flirting with me? Why are you playing with me? A game that you know that you're gonna lose. It's like at the end of the day, you're the one sending the mixed signals, not me. I'm receiving your signals and I'm playing along just to entertain myself, if that makes sense. So I know that a lot of girls can relate to this topic, and a lot of boys can relate to this topic where there's occasions where there's men that will flirt with you, that will like close, te pican el ojo, así como, like, oh, hi, hello. It's like, oh, hello, how are you doing? But no, they'll like wink at you and they'll flirt at you. They'll say like, "Oh, you look very." They'll compliment you, and then they'll come with a little piropo in the back. You know what I'm saying? So then you're like, you play along, and then at the end of the day, they push back and they're like, "It's because I'm in a relationship. It's because I'm married. It's because I can't do it. It's because," excuse me. Then they victimize themselves, even though they know what they're doing, but they're trying to still get at you. It's like, stop being a hoe, because you're being a hoe. We all know you're married, but you're still being a hoe. You're trying to get some. So why are you acting like, hey, it's because you're the one that started? No, 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 no. No one started anything. So I know a lot of you guys can relate to that. Um, it's a little weird, actually, if you ask me, having people do that, because it's like, don't be sending mixed signals and don't be flirting with people if you can't finish what you start. That's all I have to say. Because it's like, ¿a qué le tiras, güey? ¿Qué onda, güey? It's like either you want it or you don't want it. You want it, you don't want it. It's like, you know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. So stop acting like you don't know what you're doing. And a lot of females, it's like, I've always said, I feel like being a female is much more easier to be a hoe. Excuse me how I'm saying this, but it's like, you guys are able to just like, bam, right? For males, we have to do a little bit more of a cleaning type of session before we go like bam. Well, personally, I like to be clean, even regardless if I'm clean. I like to be extra clean before I go like a bam, like bam, 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 right? So, um, what I really find weird, like I mentioned, is though the people that get your attention. They don't really flirt with you, but they're just calling for your attention, like begging for that attention, and you're just like, if you're anything like me, you're probably like, mm, mm, squirrel, right? And then you give them the attention, and it's like, now what? I open my door. What do you want? And then you don't get an answer, but yet you still be getting these mixed signals, these weird eye contacts, and you're trying to like. For me, I find it weird because it's like I get so into the puzzle, and I'm trying to like kind of solve it myself, and it's not because I'm trying to figure out like, oh, if he does he want to hook up, oh does he want this, oh does he, no, 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 it's more like qué onda, like I'm playing the puzzle and I'm just like, I'm trying to build it and I'm curious and I'm like, what's gonna happen? It's like, what do you want? It's like, you're not talking. Explain to yourself what you need, what you want. It's like, if you want money, you're not gonna get shit because I'm broke. Okay, so not gonna happen until we raise this podcast and we have Chingo Chingo coming in. Then maybe I can give you $5. I don't know. Maybe if you're lucky, you get $5. That's all I'm gonna give you. Um, so regarding the topic, I know that a lot of people probably go through it. I know a lot of people probably have been in situations like this where it's like mm, that awkward attention trying to grab, But I think it's funny. Like I mentioned, I had a couple, not just one, but I've have had a couple people done that. And you know what's so funny? Pepe is back in the set with me right now, and he's not gonna come in set, but he's gonna like probably scream from where he's at right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's been occasions where I've gone to the stores with my husband, and I've been like, I'm like shopping with like pushing the little cart, right? Or I'm like looking through clothes, or I'm looking at something, and I don't catch it, and he can confirm it. There's times where there's men that approach me, and they're checking me out, and I'm like in La La Land, wait, in La La fucking Land, and I'm just like minding my own business, doing my thing, and I don't even realize it that they're orbiting. Is that even how you say it? They're surrounding me. Excuse me. They're like walking around me, checking me out up and down, until Pepe grabs me and pulls me away and tells me, "Hey, the fuck, they're checking you out." And I'm just like, who is? I'm not even paying attention. I'm like over here like looking at this or looking at that, and it's like I'm not here to fucking pay attention. Am I lying, Pepe?
No. No. They do check you out.
And have I noticed it?
Not really, because you're distracted.
Like 99 of the times, I am constantly distracted. It's like I'm in, as my friend Jessica, if you're watching this, shout out to Jessica from California, would say, es que estás en Pitolandia Land. ¿Verdad, Cuca? O Chona. No, Chona. Sí, sí, Chona, porque yo soy Cuca. She would say, estás en Pitolandia Land. O sea, shout out. Chona. Shout out. And it's crazy because I don't see it and he does, and he'll like pull me or like we'll walk away, and then he'll tell me like he's not. I don't feel like you're the jealous type. Are you?
No.
No, he's not. We'll just walk away, and then like later on he'll just be like, that guy right there was checking you out like real hard, like hard style checking you out, and I don't notice it. It's because I'm just like in like my own little fucking world, and this is why I tell you like I had people check me out. I've had people flirt with me, and I think it's a game, and I play it, and I'm like, they'll be like, "Oh, you're so fucking cute," and I'm like, "Thank you, so are you." And they'll be like, blah blah blah, and I'm playing it. I'm thinking it's a fucking joke, and it turns out that I'm actually flirting with somebody. I'm just like, this is gonna get me in trouble. This shit's gonna get me in trouble because I think you're playing, and you're not playing. And it's like, then when shit gets serious, I'm just like, oh, you were being serious. I thought this was a joke. It's like, so what do we do now? I don't know. Um, so this is what I'm saying. I know that more than one person has gone through this, and like I mentioned, I'm very distracted with things like this. I'm not the person to catch on to things right away, and this is what I'm saying. 99 of the times I'm just more curious about what an individual like the one I mentioned in my story wants, because it's like if you're asking all these questions about me, excuse me, if you're asking all these questions about me and I'm right there, but you're trying to figure me out, what is it that you want? What do you need from me? But you're not approaching me. That makes no sense. Does that make sense, Pepe?
No.
Isn't it kind of weird?
Yeah.
Because it's like, why not just ask the source? I mean, look at me. I know I'm pretty. I know you're pretty. We're all pretty as fuck here, but mm, what can we say? God just made us very pretty, and now we have to deal with that curse. It's like, what can I tell you? So, with that being said, I think we're wrapping it up before we go in more circles. And I just want you guys to think about it. How many of you guys have ever been hit on without realizing it? How many guys have actually of you guys have actually flirted thinking it was a joke? Unless you're on point and you catch all these things, and I'm just a little airhead. I don't know. Might be me. I don't know. So, and if you have, do you guys also find it weird when people try to get your attention but are not moving forward once you give them that attention? It's like I think I don't know if I should title this episode "The Straight Gaze." I think that's what I said, or should I just title it "The Attention Horse"? I think we'll go with the attention horse because it's like at the end of the day, I don't know what they want. It's like it's kind of funny. It's kind of for me. It's funny. For me, it's intriguing. It's like I'm playing a detective game. That's gonna get me in trouble. I know it's gonna get me in trouble. But am I gonna stop? Absolutely not. Am I gonna continue? Absolutely yes. And I'll let you guys know what happens with my story that's currently happening. But I'm probably not gonna give you guys any updates because I'm gonna forget about it. I am. I'm very. That's the thing. If it's not interesting, not catching my attention, I lose interest right away. So it's like you better be on point. If I give you my attention, you better be on point. Keep that attention, because if you don't, you lost me completely. Right, Pepe?
Yes.
Yes. All right, you guys. Well, with that being said, I don't know if we're gonna call this episode the attention horse or the straight gaze, whatever you guys want. But think about it. How many of you guys have ever been hit on creepily just by being creepily? Is that even a word? Is that a word? We don't know. We're trying to make this as fun as possible. But anywho, think about it. How many of you guys have ever been hit on by guys, by boys? Same thing, right? Guys and boys, girls, whatever. And has been an awkward situation? How many of you guys actually have played with it? How many of you guys have actually not done anything with it? I don't know. Let me know. Comments, share your stories. I want to read them. I want to have fun with them. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye, guys.